Welcome to this series of construction site compliance clips. During this series of compliance clips, we will cover the regulatory requirements, how to prevent erosion and erosion controls, sediment controls, how to use good housekeeping practices to prevent pollution, and final vegetative cover. Why prevent stormwater pollution? In Iowa City, stormwater is not treated at a wastewater treatment plant before it enters local waterways, streams, rivers, and lakes. Sediment, motor vehicle leaks, fertilizers, paint washout, sanitary waste, concrete washout, and saw cuttings, and even trash and debris are common pollutants found in stormwater discharge from construction sites. The storm drains in the street drain directly to local waterways. This is what we refer to as the street-to-stream connection. Any sediment in the stormwater that reaches local waterways can get into fish gills, cover spawning beds, and can abrade the skin of some aquatic life. Plant growth can be stunted by reduced clarity of water. Excess nutrients from fertilizers can cause bad algal blooms. Beach closures can result from bacteria in stormwater. There are national and statewide stormwater regulatory requirements for construction projects. The Clean Water Act was established in the 1970s to restore and maintain the nation's streams, rivers, lakes, and other water bodies. It requires the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, to control discharges of pollutants through issuance of National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permits, or NPDES permits. Our community has a stormwater permit from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, IDNR. Under this program, we are required to ensure that statewide construction site requirements are being met. We have local requirements as well. IDNR has specific requirements under General Permit Number 2 for construction projects that disturb 1 acre or more or are part of a larger development. IDNR requirements are based on national requirements issued by EPA. Let's take a look at this table that summarizes regulatory requirements. Look at the right-hand side of the table first. For local projects that disturb 1 acre or more or are part of a larger development, requirements must be met under IDNR's General Permit Number 2. Please refer to IDNR's website, look under the Stormwater Program for full details. Some communities may have local permits as well. A stormwater pollution prevention plan is required and must be reviewed and approved by the city. Some cities will conduct pre-construction inspections to make sure that practices are in place before construction begins. Construction begins, and throughout the process, all stormwater pollution prevention practices must be in place and maintained, and the SWIP updated to reflect site conditions. The city is required to conduct quarterly inspections of these construction projects in their community. They will take enforcement steps if there is non-compliance on a project. The city may conduct a final inspection to verify that practices have been removed and final stabilization of soil is achieved. Now, let's take a look at projects that are less than 1 acre on the left side of the table. If a project is less than 1 acre and not part of a larger development, it is not impacted by IDNR's General Permit Number 2 requirements. However, there may be local requirements. The city has an illicit discharge program that prohibits the discharge of pollutants into the storm sewer system. Sediment and other pollutants from construction projects should not be discharged into storm sewers. Some communities may have a local permit program. They may require a SWIP for small sites. They may also conduct pre- and post-construction inspections. Practices should be installed, inspected, and maintained throughout construction. Some communities conduct quarterly inspection of these projects as well. Final vegetated cover is required. Contact your local community to learn more about their requirements. Up next, it starts with the raindrop. Prevent and control erosion.